Full to make a strike.
Get down tonight. Charge that ball away. And when I pull, I'll make a strike. We all have good times. We all have good times. We all have good.
Hello again, YouTube! Welcome to the Mario Strikers Charged commentary! This is, of course, for Mario Strikers Charged on the Nintendo Wii, and we are playing the single-player campaign, if you will call it that. And I'm gonna choose Petey Piranha. He's my favorite character. We'll talk more about that later, but first, a word from our Striker Times announcer. Petey ready to rock in the Striker Cup! Rival captains are on the lookout for Petey. Fans rally behind Petey Piranha, hoping for a long Striker Cup run. Petey's ready to leave his mark with devastating hits. Back to you, Doc. Alrighty, so as I said, we are going to the Striker Cup. This is basically, I have skipped the Fire Cup and the Crystal Cup. If you're playing this game single player, you can also play with another person, but I just like to say single player, more like campaign mode, if you will. It is basically it's like a tournament. It's a series of games that lead up to getting the cups, the trophies. So I've skipped the Fire and the Crystal Cup because they're actually quite easy. And so now I'm playing the first game against Wario, and that's stupid. He gets his special ability right on the first move. For an explanation of the game, this is basically, of course, soccer, if you can see the gameplay right now. But it's quite a strange... Oh, he already scored, son of a... It's soccer, but with hitting. The object is basically to score, just like you would in soccer, of course, score goals, but you can charge up the ball, and the lighter it gets, basically, the closer the ball's color gets to white, means that it's more powerful. So your shot will actually be more powerful when it's brighter and when it's white. And so purple is actually how it starts out. So if it's the closer to purple or red, it's not going to be as powerful as it would be when it's white. And every team has a captain, and so as I said earlier, I picked Petey Piranha. He's actually a secret character that you have to unlock, but he is my favorite. He's what you could consider a heavyweight, but it's more like you would say probably a power character in this game rather than heavyweight, even though he is heavy. Just like the opponent, Wario. They are both power types and everything. There are certain skills that distinguish captains as well as the other characters in the game. You also have 3 sidekicks, and so that's like the Shy Guy. That's one of the sidekicks I picked, as well as Dry Bones and Koopa. So they all have their different things, like some of them might be faster and pass better than others, and some of them might be heavier and shoot better than others. And so there are a variety of different levels too, so just like, most games, there, is multiple stages to be playing on. It's not just one soccer field or anything like that. This field is basically like a mud pit. It's a muddy field that actually makes the ball travel a little bit slower, and I believe your characters travel slower too. Another component of the game that you probably saw right there is that there's items, so you can shoot red shells which home in on people, green shells which don't, but they still can crush you. There's shells that freeze people, there's also bombs, there's chain chomps, there's all types of Mario lore surrounded in there. But this is, if you're new to DrKendo commentaries, this is gonna continue on what I usually do for DrKendo commentaries, which is I take questions from the subscribers and the viewers, and it's very appropriate that I'm facing Wario right now because one of my good friends and subscribers is Random Guy 35000VR. That's actually a female gamer, so it's the title of her name might be misleading. I said that it's proper that Wario is the opponent right now because her question is, do you think Wario is fit for this game since he is fat? And she also adds, do you think Hammer Bros are cheap? So let's go with the first part, of course. Wario, is he fit for this game since he's fat? Well, come on now, Wario's been trying to lose weight, so we need to give him a break. Actually, he probably doesn't really have feelings because he's supposed to be a villain and everything, so I'm sure it doesn't... I figure it hurts his feelings when we talk to him like that. Oh, I just got a note that I have taken home victory against Wario right here. Oh, yeah. And so the next match is going to be me as Petey versus Luigi. Just thought I'd interject and give the transition, of course. But Wario, I would say he's fit for this game. Maybe not fit, quote unquote. He's obviously not a fit guy. He's fat. But I don't think that he's unfit for the game since he's fat. That would be weight discrimination, of course. But Wario is actually, he's kind of a character where you love him or you hate him. And I actually think that he was really cool back in like Mario Kart 64, like those days. His voice alone would convince me to, like the character. And that was one of the reasons I love the game, was I love the sounds and stuff like that. The voice acting and the sound effects were very different back then. I'm a big Mario Kart fan, and a lot of my videos are about Mario Kart, if you're, again, not familiar with DrKendo. So yeah, I would say Wario is definitely fit for the game, and definitely not unfit because he's fat. His fatness actually kind of adds to what he does in the game. Random Guy 3500VR's other question was also, do you think Hammer Bros are cheap? And Luigi here actually has Hammer Bros on his team, and I would actually say that they're not cheap because they do have a lot of disadvantages. For one, they're slow. I mean, they're a heavier character in this game, and I'm assuming that this question is on the context of just this game, Mario Strikers Charged, and not other games that Hammer Bros obviously appears in. But the Hammer Bros, they're slow for one. I actually don't think that their special move is super great. It's really good if you're close by the goalie. If I didn't mention before, every sidekick has a special move that if you charge the ball up all the way, they'll accomplish, and it's specific to that character, so no two characters have the same special move. And the same goes for your captain, your team captain, which we should get into in a little bit, but anyway, the Hammer Bros, their perk is just that they're strong. And maybe their little dodge. Everybody can dodge or repel opponents by when you press a direction on the directional pad for the Wii Remote. They have a little thing, so the Hammer Bros actually throws a giant hammer down underneath him and jumps. So that is kind of good, to jump over. But I would definitely say that he's not cheap, and he's actually a character that I don't really include in my roster. I do always like to have one heavyweight, but if it's not my captain, I'll usually make it Birdo. And by heavyweight, I mean power character, I guess. I'm used to saying heavyweight. But anyway, let's move on to the next question. The next question comes from another friend that I'm familiar with from my Mario Kart commentaries. So it's a friend and subscriber named the Wii Guy 76, and he asks, would the Strikers games seem too odd to someone used to the FIFA soccer games? I'm only familiar with kind of the first few FIFA soccer games, so I just know that they're a little bit more legit soccer. It's actual soccer rather than this. This is not really actual soccer, of course. It doesn't go by offsides. You can totally foul people and knock them into electric walls and things like that. And of course, actually, I should take this moment to note, we're kind of on the topic anyway. You can see Luigi right here is doing what they call a Mega Strike, and this is actually your team captain. As I mentioned before, sidekicks have a special shot when you charge the ball all the way up. Well, the Mega Strike, when it's your captain and you charge the ball all the way up, you actually get the chance to shoot up to 6 balls at once to get 6 points. And the goalie, of course, has a chance to block. As you saw, I had these little hands, the gloves of the goalie. That was me deflecting shots, and I actually did let one by, unfortunately. And we're in sudden death, but I take the victory. So I won 2 in a row right there. But anyway, yeah, so Mega Strikes are the captain's version of his special shot, his or her, depending on who your captain is, of course. But to quickly answer the Wii Guy's question, I would say that the Strikers games, it's not that they would seem too odd to play or anything, but obviously they are odd as just going against conventional soccer rules. So I guess compared to FIFA and all that, yeah, they would be highly different than regular soccer. But Mario Strikers Charged is a great game on its own, rather than putting the soccer element into it. Of course, there is a little bit of soccer to it, with passing and shooting and stuff. But yeah, so, I wouldn't say, again, the verdict on that is just that it's not too odd to play. So definitely pick up the game and play it. You will definitely not be missing out, in my opinion. And I, of course, would love to continue this series all the way to the end of the Striker Cup, at least with Petey, and hopefully beyond then. So, if you have a question that you want me to answer about Mario Strikers Charged, go for it and ask it on this video or on my channel or wherever, and I'll add it to my list. And don't forget to catch the rest of DrKendo's content, which is mostly Mario Kart Wii, but also there's some Super Smash Bros. Brawl commentary, so go check those out. And I really enjoy answering questions from you guys, so thank you, Wii Guy 76 and Random Guy 3500VR. So I'll catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
I break it running, there's more of them coming. I got this, shut them out, 3-4, nothing. There ain't no yellow and red cards tonight, so I smack you. The watch out for the Mega Strike. Get down tonight. Charge that ball wide.